Our regularly scheduled programs will not be seen this afternoon, so that we may bring you the Philadelphia Phillies versus the St. Louis Cardinals.
Hi, everybody from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Welcome to Phillies baseball. This afternoon, the final game of the series, the Phils and the St. Louis Cardinals. Kurt Schilling goes for the Phillies, Bob Tewksbury for St. Louis. Harry Callis along with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler on a warm afternoon, a little bit more pleasant than the first three nights here. But at any rate, it'll be Tewksbury for St. Louis. And Chris, he is establishing himself as one of the all-time great control pitchers in the game.
Yeah, Harry, you really have to hit your way on with Bob Tewksbury. When you go out there and face this guy, you know that he's just not going to walk too many people. He's only walked 6 batters all year in 98 and 2/3 innings. You know, you look back to Babe Adams and Christy Mathewson back in 1920 and 1913. 0.62 was their ratio. He's at 0.55. I mean, this guy could have the all-time ratio before he's finished this year. You get a lot of hits off him, but he has a very deceptive motion, and Jim Fregosi says he's one of the toughest guys in the league to hit off.
Well, Bob Tewksbury with that great control will be opposed by Kurt Schilling. And Whitey, this is not going to be a winning trip. For the first time in a long time, the Phillies are not going to have a winning road trip, but they need a strong effort from Schill today.
Yeah, some of the starting pitching has faltered a little bit, no question about it, and not everybody knows why, but Schilling has pitched pretty well. He could have won his last couple of ball games if they'd have given him a little more run support. He's throwing the ball very well, fastball, slider, and he's a competitor. I don't know if they win today. It's a pretty big win for the Phillies, and it would be a pretty big win for the Cardinals. But it's certainly not on the scale of human suffering. This is way down the line.
Jim Fregosi will run out the same lineup that on Tuesday night scored 13 runs for him. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after these messages.
The Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals is being brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company. And by Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your Bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your Bud. Proud to be your Bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your Bud.
I'm gonna cross the street, get some coffee.
Joey, Joey, bring me back a coffee. And play my number for me, too, huh? 235.
235? Got it. 235. Look out! 235. 325. 325. Oh, hello. Wow! 253. 253. 253. 235?
You can win no matter how your daily number comes up.
Now what do I do?
Box it.
Box it.
For more ways to win, just say, box it.
Okay, panel. How can you recognize the genuine Yellow Pages?
It has a yellow cover.
Good.
This is a Bell of Pennsylvania on the front.
Right.
It has more choices inside.
Yes! That's how you tell a genuine article from mere imitators. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The genuine Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Back at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, where the Phillies and Cardinals wrap up this 4-game series. The Phils lead in National League East is 6.5 games now over the St. Louis Cardinals. And the Phils trying to gain a split in this series. Jim Fragosi's lineup this afternoon will have Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Milt Thompson in left field bats second. John Kruk first base hitting third. Dave Hollins third baseman batting fourth. Darren Dalton catching hitting fifth. Jim Eisenreich in right field bats sixth. Mariano Duncan shortstop hitting seventh. Mickey Morandini second base bats eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Curt Schilling. That lineup facing Bob Tewksbury.
After a slow start, Tewksbury now has 8 wins, 6 losses, ERA 4.01. A little over 4 strikeouts per 9 innings, and as we told you earlier, a half a walk per game. That is incredible.
Defensively behind him, Todd Zeile at third base. At shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Luis Alicea at second base, and Greg Jeffries at first. Tom Pagnozzi catching. And in the outfield from left to right, it's Bernard Gilkey, Brian Jordan, and Rod Brewer. Umpires for this afternoon's game, Jeff Kellogg will call the balls and strikes. Jerry Davis at first base, Terry Tata at second, and Eric Gregg umpiring at third. Lenny Dykstra leads it off for the Phils. Dykstra hitting at 287. Dude leads the league in runs scored with 71 of them. Second in the league in walks, but don't plan on getting too many walks today, as Whitey mentions. Guy averaging a half a walk per 9 innings. Throws a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and 1 strike.
Happy 49th wedding anniversary to Rosemary and George Houck in Pottstown, PA.
He's high with it. Tewksbury lifetime against the Phillies is 1-4 and lost 4, a 4.39 career ERA. Coming off his best year ever in the major leagues, 16-5 last year. Second in the league in ERA at 2.16. Dykstra a drive into center field. Jordan has it lined up and makes the grab. That's 1 down, and that'll bring up Milt Thompson. Thompson batting at 243. Tewksbury's really kind of found himself here in St. Louis after being with the Yankees organization and the Cubs organization. Up and down between AAA and the major leagues. Right back at Tewksbury, lobs to first, and Thompson's out on 1 pitch. That's 2 down. And we'll bring on John Kruk.
Tewksbury was one of those journeyman pitchers until he got over here in St. Louis. This is a good ballpark for him. It's big. Has ordinarily a pretty good defense behind him. Cardinals have been making quite a few errors. Eric Ingard in Philadelphia, a birthday today.
One ball and no strikes to John Kruk. Krucker hitting at 344, 4th best in the league. Leads the league in on-base percentage, 7th in the league in slugging percentage. Fouls 1 out of play.
And our best wishes along to Robert Gittes of Mount Laurel, New Jersey, recuperating in Germantown Hospital. Longtime Phillies fan.
1 ball and 1 strike to John Kruk with 2 outs and no base runners. Ball for a strike. There's that slow deuce. 1-2. Ground ball in the hole, a base hit to right field. So Kruk a 2-out base runner. And it will bring up Dave Hollins.
Mary Beers is 83 today.
Hollins hitting at 283, batting better right-handed than left. 337 right-handed, 242 left-handed. Hollins has not been a good lifetime hitter against Tewksbury, just 2 hits and 15 at-bats. bounced up the middle. That's a seeing eye hit to center field, and the Phillies have 2 men on base with 2 outs. It'll bring up Darren Dalton. Dutch batting at .252. 15 homers, 61 RBIs, second in the league in runs batted in.
Both these clubs have good lineups, hitting lineups, so they can score runs with 2 outs, and both teams have scored quite a few runs with 2 outs.
Dalton's been a good lifetime hitter against Tewksbury. .357 his career average with 2 home runs. Throws that curveball for a strike just about any time he wants to. Just missed with that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Smothers the breaking ball foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tewksbury does not walk people at all. He also doesn't strike out many. He's not a strikeout pitcher. Hitters usually put the ball in play. Tried to get him to chase the high fastball. He didn't. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tewksbury was an all-star last year for the first time in his career. Struck out Darren Dalton. That will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 left after 1/2. Phil's nothing. St. Louis coming to bat.
Pedro Guerrero, Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds. Only one pitcher can stop hitters like these.
I'm the new pitcher.
And this summer, he'll teach them
Dare you to run. What?
a whole new way to play the game.
Chicken?
I'm not a chicken. You're the chicken.
Rookie of the Year.
Gotcha.
Rated PG. Special sneak preview Friday. Check newspapers.
This car is equipped with just about every safety device available today. Like safety glass, airbag, seat and shoulder belts. And the Nationwide Insurance Company fought for every one of them. Unfortunately, the safety device that saves the most lives was ignored.
No, thanks. I'm driving.
Your Nationwide insurance agent urges you not to drink and drive.
Spectacular fireworks timed to magnificent music after the San Diego doubleheader Friday, July 2nd at 4:35, and again Saturday, July 3rd after the 7:05 game. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Call 463-1000.
Joe Torre's lineup this afternoon has Bernard Gilkey, left fielder, leading off. Ozzie Smith, shortstop, at second. Greg Jeffries, first base, hitting third. Todd Zeal, third baseman, bats fourth. Brian Jordan, center field, hitting fifth. Luis Alicea at second base, bats sixth. Rod Brewer, the right fielder, hitting seventh. Tom Pagnozzi catching, batting eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Bob Tewksbury. They'll be facing Kurt Schilling.
Schilling 8 wins, 3 losses, 3.48 ERA. He walks around 2 per 9 innings and strikes out around 6. So he has a pretty good control pitcher also.
Dave Hollins at third base behind him. Mariano Duncan at shortstop. Mickey Morandini at second. John Kruk at first. Aaron Dalton catching. Milt Thompson in left. Lenny Dykstra in center. And Jim Eisenreich in right. Bernard Gilkey will lead it off. He's coming off a 4-hit game last night, batting at .320. Birthday wishes today to our good buddy Vince Schaefer, celebrating the big 5-0.
Half a century for Vince.
Here's Gilkey. 1 ball and no strikes. Gilkey 4 for 8 lifetime against Schilling. A good leadoff man for the Redbirds. Fouls it out of play. 1-1.
We were told by Phil Reagan, a Dodger scout, that Tommy Green last night was throwing 90, 91
on the slow gun.
On the slow gun, and thought that was a little bit of a surprise. Looked like Green was a little short.
Two balls and a strike to Bernard Gilkey. Boy, he has led off this series just about every game with a hit. Every game.
Every game, all 4 of them. And that's one reason the Cardinals have been scoring in the first inning. He just stroked this ball right down the pipe.
Brings on Ozzie Smith, who's hitting at .279, batting a lot better right-handed than left. .346 his average right-handed, .251 left-handed.
Gilkey had 4 hits in last night's game.
1 ball and no strikes to Ozzie Smith. Schilling has pitched 1 other game against St. Louis this year at Veterans Stadium, a no decision game. Lifetime, he's 1-3 against the Cardinals. Career ERA of .364. Ozzie helped Schilling out there, chased a high pitch, snared by Lenny Dykstra. Yeah, you talk about Tommy Green throwing 91, 90 with his fastball. It looked like he was a little bit short with it, but Jim Fragosi's theory is that Green really is a high fastball pitcher. When he throws his fastball, he needs it up around the letters, high in the strike zone. And he was not really throwing it high in the strike zone last night, getting it a little lower. Of course, with some umpires anymore, there is no high strike.
No, that's right. The letters is a ball. Even just above the waist sometimes is a ball.
1 strike to Jeffries, who's hitting at .331, 6th best in the league. Bouncing ball past Hollins, a base hit. Jeffries now has hit in 14 straight games.
I tell you one thing, you hesitate to say that Cardinals are lucky, but they find a lot of holes. This is just out of the reach of Hollins. They're a hot-hitting team right now.
Jeffries hit .441 in the month of June. He'll be a strong candidate for Player of the Month honors. Here's Todd Zeile batting at .247. A little bit low, 1-0. Good fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cardinals with 2 men on base, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The appeal going to Jerry Davis, who said no swing. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Joe Torre likes what he's seen of his ball club in the month.
They went 20-7 in the month of June. Best record in the National League. And a lot of those games without their fine center fielder, Ray Langford. Down to the St. Louis, there's Dal Maxwell, general manager of this Cardinal team. Jim Tooney, longtime Cardinal executive alongside him. Lee Smith, who set a record for saves in a month in the month of June, 15 of them. Runners breaking on the 3-2 pitch, and that's a looped foul out of play. Three and two to Todd Zeile. Runners go again. Hot shot past Hollins down the left field line. Gilkey scores. Here comes Jeffries. He scores a 2-run double for Zeile. And St. Louis jumps to a 2-0 lead here in the first.
Well, he stung that ball past Hollins, between Hollins and the bag. That fastball almost got a bird.
Zeile knocks in runs number 36 and 37 for the season. It'll bring up Brian Jordan, who's hitting at .218. Up and in for a ball, 1-0. Skies a foul, first base side. It'll go out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brian Jordan. Jordan was hitting .375 at Louisville. 35 RBIs in 38 games. One and two. Is Todd Zeile. And the Cardinals have runners at first and third with 1 out for Luis Alicea.
Schilling just making some bad pitches. He's ahead on the count, throwing the fastball and throwing it inside. I think Short Jordan likes the ball. I don't know why he's not throwing his slider. He hasn't thrown but a couple of sliders in this first inning. That's usually a pretty good pitch for him against the right-hand batters.
Alicea hitting at .319. The switch hitter batting .381 right-handed, .306 left-handed. He's always hurt the Phillies, playing because Geronimo Pena is out with a hamstring muscle pull. Just missed. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0. St. Louis has 2 across, runners at first and third.
Pena injured. Saw a shot of him. He usually plays second. You don't lose much by putting Elise in there.
He bounced the foul down the first base side. It's 2-1.
All Phillies starting pitchers in this 4-game series have had to throw a lot of pitches in the first inning.
Yeah. Loops a foul down the left field side. It'll go out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Jim Fregosi wants innings from Curt Schilling. There's Tommy Green. Danny Jackson. The Phillies dugout. Doubleheader coming up tomorrow against San Diego at Veterans Stadium, so he does not want to use the bullpen. He's had to use the bullpen a lot in this series. Line shot in the gap to right center field. Zeal scores. Here comes Jordan. He'll score. Alise at third with a triple. And St. Louis now leads it 4-0.
I would think some of the Phillies starting pitchers would be getting a little mad. Laid that pitch out over the plate up. Infield now will come up tight and try to cut off a 5th run.
Rod Brewer, the batter. Brewer hitting at .242. He's playing for Mark Whitten, who's also out with a hamstring muscle pull. Whitten knocked in 4 last night. Foul down the first base side. Ground ball to Morandini. He'll hold the runner at third, and Brewer is retired for out number 2, and that'll bring up Tom Pagnozzi. Pagnozzi hitting at .228. Four homers. He has knocked in 16. Alise at third base with 2 outs. 4 runs across. Missing with a breaking ball, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. Well, the Phils will have some catching up to do today, but have a lot of innings in which to do it. 2-1 to Pagnozzi. Three balls and a strike. Schill's already thrown 30 pitches here in the first inning. Out of play down the first base side. It's a full count to Pagnozzi. Pagnozzi, an opposite field hitter, and the Phillies play him that way. Coming in to score Alise, and it's now 5-0 St. Louis. Cardinals have batted around here in the first. Bob Tewksbury will come to the plate.
Found another hole. Had the pitcher coming up next. Mike should have been a little more careful with Pagnazzi. Once again, just out of the reach of Holland.
Bouncing ball tapped to Mickey Morandini, and the first inning is finally over, but St. Louis bats around, scoring 5 runs in the inning. 6 hits, no errors, and 1 left. The end of 1, 5-0 Cardinals.
You gotta hit the ground running.
We interrupt this Quality Plus Ford dealer commercial for this special announcement. During the last 10 days of Ford Truck Month, you can still qualify for an additional $500 cash back on #1 selling Ford F-Series pickups. You must work for or own a business, but hurry, it's for these last 10 days only. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today, cause when the clock strikes 9 p.m. July 3rd, an additional $500 cash back on Ford F-Series pickups ends.
My wife asked me for a diamond, so naturally I went to True Value, where the guy got me the right brush, roller, all the right stuff. He even kidded me. Paint it and he will come, he said. Will he ever face a big league hitter? Who knows? But judging from the drool on his chin, I'd be waiting on the spitball.
Dear Midas customers, nobody has a better choice of guaranteed mufflers to fit your car or your budget. And right now at Midas, you get a free lube, oil, and filter change when you purchase our premium Midas muffler that's guaranteed for as long as you own your car. Yes, a free lube, oil, and filter change that makes these great value mufflers even a better value. That's the Midas way, the way it should be.
After 1 inning of play, it's the Cardinals 5 and the Phillies 0. Upcoming Phillies telecasts include tomorrow night's doubleheader with the Padres beginning at 6:30 in Progress on Prism, and Saturday night's game at 7 also on Prism. Jim Eisenreich leads it off for the Phillies here in the second. Eisenreich hitting at .350. One strike to Eisenreich. Missing a ball and a strike. Just missed with a curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Check his swing. It's 3-1.
Think he's going to walk a batter?
I might. He wanted that curveball that he didn't get. It's behind 3-1. Certainly doesn't want to with his 5-run lead. Line drive to left field, and Gilkey makes the grab. Eisenreich's out, 1 down. That'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Duncan batting at .253. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Duncan not a good lifetime hitter against Tewksbury, 3 for 17 lifetime. In the air to right field, Brewer there. That's 2 down. Tewksbury relies on his fielders. Mickey Morandini, the batter, hitting at .242, tied for the league lead in triples with 6 of them. Tewksbury also has pretty much dazzled him in Mickey's career. Mickey just 2 for 18 against this right-hander. And he fists a ground ball to Jeffries. Jeffries to Tewksbury in a quick 1-2-3 inning. for Tewksbury. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second. 5-0 St. Louis.
Many years ago, this was just another roadside motel.
12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
And Norman Bates was just another name.
A boy's best friend is his mother.
But Alfred Hitchcock changed all that. Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh star in the classic, the original, Psycho.
Tonight at 8 on PHL 17.
The Phillies take on the West in 7 big games. First, 3 with the Dodgers, Monday, July 5th, Tuesday, July 6th, and Wednesday, July 7th, all at 7:35. Followed by 4 against the Giants with Bonds, Clark, and Williams. Thursday, July 8th, and Friday, July 9th at 7:35. Saturday, July 10th at 3 o'clock. And then all kids 14 and under get a free batting practice jersey Sunday, July 11th at 1:35. Call 463-1000.
Upon completing the rear axle assembly diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set to secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
Live, learn, and play with BOA, Cash, Johnstone, Lazinski, and many more this January at Phillies Dream Week. 1 full week in Clearwater Beach to play with the pros. Call now for more information, 215-938-1200. Space is limited. Call now, 938-1200.
Bills are back home tomorrow night, a doubleheader. Don't forget, starting at 4:35, a gigantic fireworks show by Jerome right after the game. And again on Saturday, Bernard Gilkey gets another hit. Bernard Gilkey, Whitey, how many hits does he have in this series? He had 4 last night.
Well, that's 6. He had just 1 for 3 in the second game.
Held him down to 1 for 3.
And 1 for 4 in the first game. But that's 8 hits in this series. It's not bad in a 4-game series, and this game isn't over.
Here's Ozzie Smith. There goes Gilkey. He got a tremendous jump, and he's safe at second base. So Schilling just did not pay attention to Gilkey at all. And he steals second base. That might not sit well with the Phillies with a 5-0 lead. Seeing Gilkey run like that, it is early in the game. 1 strike to Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, he's supposed to have a bad leg, too.
Yeah. It's his 8th stolen base. Ozzie flies it to left field. Milt Thompson makes the grab. 1 down. Twilighter tomorrow against San Diego with gigantic fireworks show after the game by Jerome. Again on Saturday, July 3rd at 7:05. As of early this morning, there were 4,000 remaining tickets for Saturday night's game, 5,000 for tomorrow night's twilight doubleheader. So order your tickets right now if you want to see those games with the Padres and the great fireworks show. Just call 463-1000. Craig Jeffries grounded a single to left his first time up. Padres will kind of come limping into Veterans Stadium. They've lost 4 in a row. Doug Brokaw and Andy Benes will pitch the doubleheader for them against Terry Mulholland and Jose De Leon. And there are continuing rumors. Looped into center. That's a hit. Gilkey will score, and the Cardinals now lead it 6-0. Jeffries' 43rd run batted into the year. Jeffries has not hit the ball hard either at bat, and he's 2 for 2. A bouncing single to left and then a looper to center. But he has really been hot.
The Cardinals in their loss in this series scored 10 runs, so you know they didn't exactly fall down in that 13-10 loss they had. They're hitting, no question. They're really hot with the bat.
The only pitcher really who kind of held him down was Danny Jackson. He gave up 2 first-inning runs, then he settled in, and they only got 1 thereafter. There's DJ. He gave up 3 runs, lost that game 3-1. The Phillies could muster just a run for him. That's going to find spaces. Boy, do they get their share. Do they get their share of those hits? Todd Zeile, a looping single to center. But they are a contact hitting team. They don't strike out very often. They put it in play and things can happen, and they certainly have in this game.
Hit them good, they go in. You hit them bad, they go in. That's when you're hot.
Darren Dalton calls time to talk to Schilling. It is already 6-0, and with the doubleheader coming up tomorrow, as we mentioned, and with the fact that the bullpen has been really overused in this series against St. Louis, Jim Fregosi does not have anybody up, and probably will not. I mean, I think Schilling, Kurt, you're out there, pal.
I don't know how you can keep him out there that long. He's given up 9 hits with only 1 out in the 2nd inning. And 6 runs. I mean, you might get 4 or 5 innings out of him, but I would think you'd have to shut him down. He's throwing a lot of pitches.
Here's Brian Jordan. He singled his first time up. Missing with a slider, 1 ball and no strikes.
Cardinals have a new hitting coach, Chris Chambliss, and they all say he knows what he's doing.
Fouled out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
There he is. He was an excellent ball player himself. Left-hand hitter. He had a home run in Yankee Stadium. Probably the biggest hit of his career. Won a ball game that put the Yankees with the World Series game. Won a World Series game for them.
1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-2. Jeffries at third and Zeile at first. In the dirt. Boy, Dalton has been catching balls in the dirt in this entire series. And it has been really hot here in St. Louis. Dutch has caught all 4 games. Dutch's mom and dad here for this series from Kansas City. It's Todd Pratt.
He'll get a start in that doubleheader. You can bet on that.
Driven deep to right field, tight to the line, caught by Eisenreich in foul ground. Jeffries tags and scores. It's 7-0 St. Louis. Sacrifice fly by Jordan.
He could have let the ball go. It was foul, but when you're having this much trouble getting outs, it looks like you take any one you can get.
Here's Luis Alicea. He tripled to knock him 2 his first time up. Alicea made a couple of errors on Tuesday night in the game the Phillies won, and the fans booed him, which is unlike St. Louis fans, and especially as good a year as Alicea is having. He's out on that ground ball. But St. Louis scores 2 more in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 2, it's 7-0 Cardinals.
Come make contact with another world. SeaWorld.
Secretaries get prettier and prettier around here.
And the field agents get older and older.
For Agent Horrigan,
Lily's an agent, Frank.
some things at the Secret Service have changed.
What are you looking at?
I was just wondering where you hide your firearm.
But some things
I'm planning to kill the president.
have not.
Take the subject out.
Gun! In the Line of Fire. Rated R.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like, if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. Of course, you're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
It's a big league-looking batting helmet, free for kids 14 and under when the Phillies play the Padres, Sunday, July 4th at 8:05. Celebrate July 4th at a Phillies game and get a batting helmet free. Call 463-1000.
Kurt Schilling leads off for the Phillies here in the third. Takes a strike and then grounds a foul. 0-2 to Schilling, who's batting at 147. One ball and 2 strikes. Beats a foul, first base side, still 1-2 to Schilling. St. Louis leading it 7-0. We're in the third inning. Taps the ball, fielded by Tewksbury, throws Schilling out. It's one down, and that'll bring on the top of the order, Lenny Dykstra. Our trivia question of the afternoon. Can you name the 2 National Leaguers who share the record for most home runs in a day? 5. Obviously in a doubleheader. Lenny Dykstra flied out to center field his first time up. Pittsburgh leads Montreal 3-0 at Olympic Stadium in the third inning. One strike to Lenny Dykstra. Changeup. Had him well out in front of it, 0-2.
When you get a 7-0 lead, you can use all your pitches. And this guy can use them all anyway because he has such great control.
Throws them all for strikes. One and 2. This would be a good day for that rain you smell to come right about.
One thing they don't need around here is rain. That Mississippi River is about ready to go over its banks. It has gone over its banks in Iowa. I think it's about a foot away from reaching its crest here.
2-2 to Lenny Dykstra. Nothing ground ball to Alicea, who throws Dykstra out. It's 2 down. It'll bring up Milt Thompson, who grounded back to the mound his first time up.
Broke Lenny's bat on that ground ball. You don't see Tewksbury jam too many hitters. He doesn't throw that hard, but he got in Dykstra's kitchen as he did on Milt Thompson first time up.
1 strike to Milt Thompson. Just missing with the breaking ball. 1-1. dribbler. Tewksbury makes the play and tags Thompson in the base pad. That'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the third. 7-0 St. Louis.
It's the final days of Today's Man semi-annual clearance. Time to double your savings on thousands of suits and sport coats. Choose handsome tropical wool blend suits now $129 each or 2 for just $199. Pure wool international suits now $149 each, 2 for $249. All wool American and European designer suits now $199 each, 2 for $299. Pure silk sport coats now $70 each or 2 for $99. Double your savings right now at Today's Man, but hurry, double savings ends soon.
Budweiser and the Phillies are celebrating the 4th of July holiday weekend with the Bud Summer Baseball Bash. It's a special tent party outside Veterans Stadium on Monday, July 5th before the Phillies-Dodgers game. Right now, be the 17th caller to 1-800-432-1745 and win 4 tickets to the party and the game. You'll join us for food, music, and surprises, and then watch the Phillies play the Dodgers. It's the Bud Summer Baseball Bash with Budweiser and the Phils. So bring on the Dodgers and bring on the Bud.
In a side-by-side comparison with a Honda Accord, our car
feels like a Honda Accord. It's as comfortable as an Accord. Just ask my friend.
The same amount of interior room as the Honda Accord.
1,000-mile comparison to the Honda Accord.
I don't care if all the neighbors drive Accords. I want them.
against the Honda Accord.
The Accord.
The Accord.
Maybe you should set your sights on the same car the automotive industry has. See your participating dealer for special limited-time values.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud, and by Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. Rod Brewer leads off and rips one just off the base of the right field fence, stumbles rounding first, but gets to second. A double for Brewer. That is hit number 10, given up by Kurt Schilling. We're only in the 3rd inning.
I tell you, they're pounding the ball. That's the 10th hit, as Harry just said, and a lot of them have been hit hard. A couple doubles and a triple in there.
Pagnozzi, he singled to knock in a run his first time up. 1 strike to Pagnozzi. Our trivia question of the afternoon: can you name the 2 National Leaguers who share the record for the most home runs in a day? 5 homers in a doubleheader.
One of those, I think I just talked to a couple days ago, Stan the Man.
That is correct. Stan Musial is one of them.
I think he did it in either Ebbets Field or the Polo Grounds.
Mark Davis is up in the Phillies bullpen now. In the air to left center field. Milt Thompson will take that one. 1 down.
And I believe the other one was the big cat, Johnny Mize.
Good guess. Incorrect, however. That Nate Colbert hit 5 home runs in a doubleheader while with San Diego.
Oh, I thought you meant with the Cardinals.
No.
Oh.
No, National Leaguers.
Oh, well, it wouldn't have made any difference. I wouldn't have gotten Nate.
1 strike to Tewksbury. Did you talk to him, Musial?
A couple days ago.
How's Stan doing?
He's hanging in there. He has the thing that's hurting him right now is a bad back. He can't do much. And he has a bad knee that they want him to put a new knee in, but he won't let him do that. He sounds well, and the back stopping him from doing golf. He likes golf.
Can't play golf. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tewksbury. He loops it foul. Kruk will give chase, but running out of room. 1-2. chops that ball to Hollins at third. Tewksbury's retired. That's 2 outs, and that'll bring on Bernard Gilkey. Well, don't forget this Sunday's game against San Diego is a night game, a rare Sunday night game at 8:05. Great giveaway item for all fans 14 and under. An official-looking Phillies batting helmet, red with the Phillies P on the front. Order your tickets by calling 463-1000. Plenty of tickets remain for Sunday's game against the Padres and also for the 3 with the Dodgers and 4 with the Giants. Foul back and out of play. Gilkey's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Rod Brewer at second base with 2 outs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike.
Trying to work him hard inside, and eventually it seems that Schilling has pitched the ball out over the plate where Gilkey likes it.
There was 1 out in the outside part of the plate, and he fouls it off the end of his bat. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gilkey. Brewer at second, 2 outs. Cardinals lead this one 7-0. We're in the third. Full count.
That was close.
Walked him. So Gilkey's been on base all 3 times that he's been up. First walk given up by Schilling. That'll bring up Ozzie Smith.
Ozzy's one of the few batters Schilling's been able to get out today. He's 0 for 2. 2 little soft fly balls to the outfield.
One strike to Ozzie Smith. One. Two and 1. It out of play. Going after a bad pitch, which Ozzie rarely does. Pitch was way in on him. Might have hit him if he didn't hit it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball, left field side, still 2-2. Brewer is at second base. Bernard Gilkey at first with 2 outs. Just foul. Just barely foul down that third baseline. Still 2-2. Here it is.
Sliced this ball a little bit, just missed the bag. Eric Gregg right there.
Bouncing ball to Morandini. Ball gets through Kruk. Coming in to score is Brewer. Going to third is Gilkey. That will probably be an error on Kruk.
Yeah, that Kruk's error, and the throw was down around his knees. Well, that should have been an easy play for him. No matter how you look at it, it was not a good play. Kruk knows it.
And it's now 8-0 St. Louis. Greg Jeffries is 2 for 2. He's 3 for 3. Gilkey scores, and it's 9-0 St. Louis. Jim Fregosi coming out. This is it for Schilling. He'll bring in Mark Davis. So Schilling will leave. These last two runs are unearned runs, but on the board he'll be charged with 7 earned runs on 11 hits. Nary a strikeout and 1 walk. Pitching change for the Phils. We're in the third. 9-0 Cardinals. Back after these messages.
There's a new feeling sweeping the state. Peace of mind. Because now people who couldn't afford health coverage can get special care from Blue Cross and Blue Shield. It's the most affordable coverage available to families and individuals who earn too much for Medicaid but can't afford coverage on their own. If you're uninsured, your peace of mind is just a phone call away. Call 1-800-248-5200.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
Mark Davis is the Phillies' new pitcher. He pitching in his 3rd straight game. Went 1 2/3 on Tuesday night. 1 last night. Davis appearing in his 25th game. He's won 1, lost 2. His ERA is 4.65. His win coming against the Cardinals. And Mariano Duncan hit a grand slam off Lee Smith at Veterans Stadium. Davis 31 innings, 33 hits, 16 runs, 27 strikeouts, and 22 walks. Todd Zeile will be the first one to face him. 2 men on base with 2 outs. One ball and no strikes. Two and nothing. Zeile has doubled and singled, knocked in a couple of runs. Foul down the left field side. 2-1. Missed. 3 balls and a strike. At the end of his bat, it's a full count. Runners will be taking off. Ozzie Smith from second and Greg Jeffries from first. with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. That'll load the bases with 2 outs for Brian Jordan. Jordan's 1 for 1 with a single and a sacrifice fly. Bases loaded with Redbirds with 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Just missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Time 2-0.
Davis's control has deserted him somewhere in the last few games. He's really been wild.
High pop foul. Coming back and out of play. 2-1. Deep center field. Dykstra back. This ball's out of here. A dead center field grand slam home run. Brian Jordan, and St. Louis now leads it 13-0. Grand slam for Jordan.
Has not been a good series for Mark Davis. Gave up a 3-run home run last night to Mark Whitten. Tuesday night walked the bases loaded.
1 ball and no strikes to Ali Saya as St. Louis has batted around here in the 3rd. They batted around in the 1st. Now they have batted around in the 3rd. One ball and 1 strike to Ali Saya, who has tripled and grounded out.
Might be a good day, Harry, to rest some of these fellas.
Yeah, doubleheader tomorrow. The Phillies are anxious to get home. This has not been a good trip. If the Phillies lose this one, they're well on their way to losing it. It'll be a 2-5 trip. Two balls and 2 strikes.
This were, what is it, Little League ball where a 10-run lead, it's over.
Jim Fregosi has had to use that bullpen a lot in this 4-game series with St. Louis. Of course, he's looking at a doubleheader tomorrow against San Diego. There's that Greg Gross or Glenn Wilson when they need him. Juggled by Duncan. Didn't get it. When it rains, it pours. That's an error on Mariano Duncan.
Oh, this home run by Jordan was really smoked. Dead center field. See Lenny right back there by that 402 sign into the flower patch. Or into the, I guess that's a hedge out there or something. The geraniums are to the left and right, whatever. It's in the bushes.
Here's Rod Brewer, who started this inning with a double off the base of the right field fence. Third ball just missed for a ball. St. Louis leading it 13-0. We are in the third inning. One ball and one strike. Two and one. Good curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count. Pops a foul. Dalton giving chase. Will run out of room. Three balls and 2 strikes to Brewer. Ooh. Looking pitch, but he walks him. Bring on Tom Pagnozzi. One ball and no strikes to Pagnozzi, who was singled and flied out. Another hit. Rounding third is Alicea. He'll score. Throw to the plate. Throw to third. Juggled by Hollins. And St. Louis now leads it 14-0.
Well, I tell you, this is what you call an old-fashioned tail kicking. They had the runner at third. If Hollins had been able to hang on to the ball, Hollins then kind of bowled him off the bag, but you can't do that.
Brings up Bob Tewksbury, who can make 2 outs in this inning. One ball and no strikes. One to Tewksbury. 14-0. We are in the third inning. Missing with a curveball. 2-1. Tim Mauser starts throwing in the Phillies bullpen. 2-2 to Tewksbury. Struck him out. That will retire the side, but the Cardinals bat around +3. They put 7 on the board in the inning. 4 hits, 2 errors, and 2 men left. Chris Wheeler joins Rich Ashburn in the 4th. At the end of 3, it's 14-0 Cardinals.
David Hepworth exported baseball jerseys exclusively to Mexico, but now the game in his jerseys are catching on in Russia. Fortunately, AT&T's favorite nation options save him money on the 2 countries he calls most automatically, like Mexico and Russia, or wherever baseball catches on next. Favorite nation options only from AT&T. Far and away the best in the business.
Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, bring it to a place that puts its money where its mouth is. Bring it to Jiffy Lube, where millions of cars every year are covered by our pledge of satisfaction.
Everybody says they'll do the job right, but at Jiffy Lube, we guarantee it. One more reason, Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
Sunday, July 11th, when the Phillies take on the Giants at 1:35, it's batting practice mesh jersey day. Brand new item for all children 14 and under, a red mesh jersey. It looks like the Phillies batting practice jerseys. This gift compliments of Modell Sporting Goods. That's batting practice mesh jersey day, Sunday, July 11th, 1:35 start against the Giants. Didn't give you much to work with here, Wheels.
Gerald Perry comes in to give Greg Jeffries the rest of the day off. Jeffries 3 for 3.
Kruk, the batter, he has a single. Takes a strike. Kruk, Hollins, and Dalton due to bat here in the 4th. Ground ball, Zeal, good play. Kruk's out, 1 down. Hollins, the batter, he singled his first time up. Phillies pitching now, at least some of it is in shreds.
Yeah, well, what carried them to the great record that they had early in the year, right now their pitching's really struggling. I mean, they're bottoming out today, hopefully. It's pretty ugly. What's happened today is the Phillies are getting embarrassed by this team, by the St. Louis Cardinals, a team they don't particularly like. There's not much you can do about it because they are just having a terrible day.
Ball 1 to Hollins, hitting at 286. Fouled off. Big crowd here. Yeah, cloudy day, but no tornadoes in sight. That might be the only thing that would salvage this. Elisea. Hollins is out, 2 down.
Don't say that, because the one thing you want more than anything is to be able to get out of here this afternoon. Make sure the airplane can get out of here.
You don't need any tornadoes.
No delays.
Dalton, the batter, struck out his first time up. Dutch is 0 for 1, hitting at 251. Strike called. One and 1 the count to Dalton. Left field, fly ball. Gilkey has a beat on it. That'll retire the side as the Phils go down in order. Cardinals batting in the home 4th. They lead. The Cardinals lead the Eagles 14-0.
on Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
We need cover now.
Back off. Back off.
A highway turns into a pushing and shoving match between officers and violent youth.
And we got about 5 people hostile.
Yes, hostile. You're about ready to go to jail.
Plus,
how much PCP did you smoke tonight?
I have no idea.
cops remove 2 drug addicts from a busy California highway on the next Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Tonight at 7:30 on PHL 17.
The Phillies take on the West in 7 big games. First, 3 with the Dodgers, Monday, July 5th, Tuesday, July 6th, and Wednesday, July 7th, all at 7:35. Followed by 4 against the Giants with Bonds, Clark, and Williams. Thursday, July 8th, and Friday, July 9th at 7:35. Saturday, July 10th at 3 o'clock. And then all kids 14 and under get a free batting practice jersey Sunday, July 11th at 1:35. Call 463-1000.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like, if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. Of course, you're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Phillies return for a twilighter tomorrow afternoon it is, against the Padres, a 4:35 start. A doubleheader against the Padres, and then the fireworks. A Saturday night game at 7:05. A Sunday night game at 8:05, and that's batting helmets night. Then the Dodgers come in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All 3 starts 7:35, and then the Giants for a 4-game series starting on Thursday. And Sunday is mesh jersey day for the kids against the Giants. Good homestand coming up. This is Gilkey. Been on 3 times, 2 singles and a walk. He scored 3 runs. Tim Mauser is the new pitcher. Todd Pratt is the new Phillies catcher. Gilkey's hitting .326. Ball and strike on Gilkey.
Even the scorers rubbing it in. They just gave Davis's line 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, a strikeout, and he added and a grand slam.
Ball 2, strike 1 on Gilkey. Oh, it hit the bag. I don't believe it. That's going to go for a double. Gilkey, a double. Ball hit the bag. Hollins was there, but the ball hit the bag before he could get to it.
Yeah, he was going to have a tough play on this anyway. It was going to be a little short hop, but as Whitey says, look at it. Right off the corner of the bag and then just kicks over into foul territory.
Gilkey has 7 hits in his last 8 at-bats.
What a day. The one thing the Phillies didn't need was a game like this afternoon with a doubleheader coming up tomorrow night, because they're pitching, as you mentioned, Whitey, they're having a lot of problems, but they just got to gut through this.
Ozzie Smith is 0 for 3. Line drive. They're going to get a double play. Nice play, Tim Mauser. Ozzie Smith robbed there. Quick double play.
Ozzie Smith probably can't believe what's happened to him today. 14 runs, 14 hits for the Cardinals in the 4th inning, and he's 0 for 4.
He did reach base on an error and scored a run. Here's Jeffries, who's 3 for 3. No, that's Jeffries. He's out of there. This is Perry. But Jeffrey was 3 for 3 before he left.
Well, congratulations to Patrick Jorette, who is today's winner in our Bud Summer Baseball Bash. Congratulations to Patrick.
Strike 2 on Perry.
A chance for Joe Torre to get Perry some at-bats. Perry's his #1 pinch hitter, and with this game well out of reach right now at 14-0, Perry can play for a little while.
Gerald Perry's hitting .333. Another good play, Mauser. And the Cardinals out, believe it or not. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. At the end of 4, Cardinals lead 14-0.
Now, getting gasoline at the Big Red O is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just drive into a mobile pay-at-the-pump station. Use your ATM or credit card. It doesn't cost you any more. Then, pump away. Take your receipt and drive away. Pay at the pump at Mobile. It's the fastest way to drive your engine clean.
There's a new feeling sweeping the state, peace of mind. Because now people who couldn't afford health coverage can get special care from Blue Cross and Blue Shield. It's the most affordable coverage available to families and individuals who earn too much for Medicaid but can't afford coverage on their own. If you're uninsured, your peace of mind is just a phone call away. Call 1-800-248-5200.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud.
Eisenreich, the first batter, grounds 1 to second. Elisea over to first. Eisenreich out on 1 pitch. Jim lined out his first time up.
Well, how they scored suffice to say a lot for the Cardinals. 5 in the first, 2 in the second, and a grand slam by Brian Jordan in the 3rd inning highlighted a 7-run 3rd inning. It's 14-0 here in the 5th inning, favors St. Louis.
Mariano Duncan up there, lined out to right, his first time up. Takes a strike. And Mark Kashina here from Runnymede, New Jersey, in full Phillies garb. If I was Mark, I might change clothes.
Now, he can't be a front runner. You know, Phillies have had a heck of a run here for the first few months, and they are in a lull right now. So they need to get home, regroup tomorrow night, and start playing well again. That's all. Cardinals are a red-hot team, and they're just pounding them this afternoon.
Strike 2 on Duncan. Tewksbury has allowed 2 hits, both in the first inning by Kruk and Hollins. Simpson has been in no trouble at all. The Phillies haven't had a base runner since then. Duncan hitting at .252. Easy play, Elisea. Over to Perry. 2 quick outs. Mickey Morandini, the batter, grounded out his first time up. Hitting at .241. Cardinals 14 runs on 14 hits. And they've only batted 4 times. A ball and a strike on Morandini.
5 of the runs are unearned.
New off-the-shoulder style there.
Or else it didn't fit.
He'll grow into it. Ball and 2 strikes on Morandini.
Guy's got his glove ready just in case.
Foul ball. Todd Pratt in the on-deck circle if Morandini can get on base. Todd hitting out of the 9-hole. Ball 2, strike 2 on Mickey. hit it hard. Pulled it foul.
Just goes to show you when the ball's down and in, you know, the smallest guy in the world can nail a ball down and in. I mean, that ball was way down and in, so he hit it foul. But look how far it went. The fan has a souvenir.
2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 5th. Full count to Morandini. Tewksbury hasn't walked anybody yet. This is really the first batter he's come close to walking. Foul back. He averaged a half a walk a game. Cardinal pitchers as a whole do not walk many. Struck him out. Phillies down in order. Second strikeout for Tewksbury. Cardinals batting in the home 5th. They lead 14-0.
This is our latest American Express card application display, and we're pretty excited about it. Excuse me, sir. Would you like an application for the American Express card? The card with no interest charges.
As a matter of fact, I would.
Just be a second. Bear with me. In the meantime, look for this display and take one. You know, the great thing about this American Express card application display is you get involved with it. You all love the song, don't you? Believe me, when this thing opens, and it will open, it'll put a smile on your face. In the meantime, look for this display and take one. Yeah, Bill, it was very cute, but he wouldn't come out. The little guy, he wouldn't come out of the box. Well, yeah, he's out now, but everybody's gone. Just go with the regular display until I get back. Yeah, I'll bring him.
David Hepworth exported baseball jerseys exclusively to Mexico, but now the game and his jerseys are catching on in Russia. Fortunately, AT&T's favorite nation options save him money on the 2 countries he calls most automatically, like Mexico and Russia, or wherever baseball catches on next. Favorite nation options only from AT&T. Far and away the best in the business.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide Insurance agent in Havertown is Leon Staub. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. This is Todd Zeal. He's had a pretty good game. Double, single, walk, fly ball right field. Should be easy for Eisenreich. Mauser gets an out on 1 pitch.
Phillies desperately need Tim Mauser to eat up some innings for them today. To just get this thing over with and get out of here with that doubleheader facing him tomorrow night against the Padres.
And here's Jordan, who hit a grand slammer his last time up. He singled, sacrifice fly, grand slam home run.
So that bullpen looks pretty lonely down there. David West sitting in the pen.
Strike to Jordan.
De Leon's down there with him. He was sitting beside him. Of course, he's due to pitch the 2nd game of the doubleheader tomorrow night. There's Jose.
Fouled. 2 strikes on Jordan. Mauser in his 2nd inning of work. Schilling started, and he was slammed around right from the get-go. Mark Davis threw a little gasoline on the fire, and Mauser here has pitched pretty well so far. Pop foul will reach the crowd. Big twi-nighter tomorrow night. tomorrow afternoon starting at 4:30, 4:35 against San Diego. Fireworks after the game. Cardinals go on a road trip to Houston, 4-game series. A ball and 2 strikes on Brian Jordan. He's not hitting a whole lot, 246. And he's helped this ball club since being recalled from Louisville, where he was hitting 375. Fouled Bucky Dent. Can still pick it.
They brought Brian Jordan up when Langford went on the DL, and they haven't missed Langford much, it would appear. Although he's a quality player and will be back, and they really feel that someday Brian Jordan will be able to play regularly for them. There's Langford sending it out.
Right at Duncan. Easy out. 2 away. Luis Alicea will bat. He has tripled in 3 times at bat, and he's knocked in a couple of runs. Hitting at 320. And they haven't missed Pena with this young man, Alicea, filling in. A strike on Alicea. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 14-0 Cardinals. Ball and a strike on Alicea.
There's Joe Torre. Really wanted his club to win at least 3 out of 4 and possibly sweep, and they're going to win 3 out of 4, it would appear. Get to within 5.5 of the Phillies. They have had a really good run, a tremendous month of June.
Fouled off, and they scored 10 runs in the game they lost here.
Well, Phillies' team ERA has taken an incredible hit in this series.
Struck him out on that fork ball, and that'll retire the side. First strikeout for Mauser. At the end of 5 innings, Cards lead 14-0.
Your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud, Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like, if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. Of course, you're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Repeating it hit, and I forgot to play your number. Oh, jeez, she's home. She's gonna kill me. I gotta hide. Here. There.
Honey.
Gosh, here she comes.
I'm home.
The closet.
Yeah.
Thanks, boy.
Where are you?
The
Pennsylvania Lottery's daily number. Don't forget to play every day.
Did you remember? Bill.
I knew you'd forget.
We won?
What do you mean, we?
Sherry, baby.
The annual Phillies ALS Family Autograph and Auction Party is scheduled for Monday, August 2nd at 6 o'clock at the ballpark. All proceeds will benefit the ALS Association. Always good times, good fun, and a good cause. We'll have autograph booths, silent and live auctions. Tickets are on sale now. Call the Phillies at 463-1000 or stop in person at Veterans Stadium. ALS Family Night at the ballpark Monday, August 2nd at 6. Todd Pratt, the batter. A ball and a strike on Todd. Pops it up. Brewer, the right fielder, making the play. Pratt is out. One down. Lenny Dykstra, who's lined out the center and grounded out, 0 for 2, hitting at .285.
Well, the winner of the Jiffy Lube Coca-Cola sweepstakes is Trish Reich from the Burnholm section of Philadelphia. Congratulations, Trish. You're going to have a great time with the Phillies coming up in beautiful San Diego, California. And the Phillies would also like to say a special thanks to all the good folks at Jiffy Lube and Coca-Cola for sponsoring the sweepstakes. Trish Reich from Burnholm will be going to San Diego on the next trip.
Which isn't that far off after the All-Star break. A strike called, a ball and a strike now on Dykstra. Phils have not been shut out this season. That ought to drop in, and it does. A base hit for Dykstra. He's a one-out base runner. Only the third hit off Tewksbury. Milt Thompson will bat. He's twice grounded out to the pitcher.
Tewksbury's pitched him in breaking balls one time. He knows Thompson likes the ball away. I mean, he saw him enough times here, and Milt's just smothered 2 ground balls right back to him.
Outside corner, strike 1. Good play. Zeal gets the force there. Not in time for the double play, but I'll tell you, Zeal has really made some defensive plays in this series.
Cardinals have played well defensively in the series, except for the game they lost Tuesday night. And as Whitey said, Zeal's made a lot of good plays. Tough to his left. You know, this is the kind of game where you can lose your concentration. And he really helps Tewksbury out there. That looked like a base hit, and they almost turn a double play.
John Kruk, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single. Krucker hitting at .345. Thompson on first, 2 outs. Base hit. Thompson will stop at second. Kruk gets his second hit. And the Phillies have runners first and second, 2 outs for Dave Hollins. Hollins has singled, grounded out.
Mauser's in the on-deck circle. They do not have a pinch hitter out there, and there's nobody warming up. As we mentioned, in this game with a doubleheader coming up tomorrow night, there's Mauser. They need Mauser to burn some innings up this afternoon.
Chop foul, a strike on Hollins. Dave batting .285, 2 on and 2 outs. Tewksbury will not lay one in there no matter what the score is. Fouled again. Strike 2 on Hollins. Tewksbury off to a slow start this season, but it's won his last 4 starts.
Well, he's got a heck of a chance today with 14 runs to make it 5. Jeff Manto's loosening up the dugout right now. Maybe Hollins is coming out of the game.
Just missed.
There's Manto.
Thompson at second, Kruk at first. 2-2 the count. Base hit. Thompson's going to score. 14-1 Cardinals. And there goes Tewksbury's shutout. As Hollins gets his second hit, a run batted in. Dave now has 49 RBIs.
Yeah, and Zeal made that great play in the inning, too, or the Phillies would have had another run out of it. Not that, when you're down 14-0, but it just shows how well the Cardinals have been playing defense. So I think Tewksbury's starting to lose his concentration a little bit, as a pitcher can when he has this big a lead. And he's starting to get some balls in the strike zone that are hittable, because he's very hittable when he gets in the strike zone.
Tim Mauser, the batter, takes a strike.
Well, the success to Tewksbury is he pitches just out of the strike zone or on the corners.
Loop foul. 2 strikes on Mauser. Philly's still the only team that hasn't been shut out. I guess that's no big deal.
Yeah, he grasped for anything today, huh?
Just missed the curveball.
It's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout, and the ball getting away from Pagnazzi. That'll be a strikeout pass ball. You wonder how Pagnazzi missed that. It was right up there for him.
Game is getting so ugly, it's jumped into the Cardinals a little bit.
And the bases are loaded for Jim Eisenreich.
Here it is. It's just a little fastball came running in, and Pagnazzi just missed it.
Off the end of his mitt. Eisenreich is lined to left, grounded to second. 0 for 2, hitting at .345. An easy play for Perry as Eisenreich grounds out. Phillies get a run on 3 hits. And the bases left loaded. Cardinals batting in the home 6. They lead 14-1.
This car is equipped with just about every safety device available today. Like safety glass, airbag, C2 shoulder belts. And the Nationwide Insurance Company fought for every one of them. Unfortunately, the safety device that saves the most lives was ignored.
No, thanks. I'm driving.
Your Nationwide insurance agent urges you not to drink and drive.
Told me you better shop around, shop around. You better shop around. My mama told me you better shop around, shop around. You better shop around,
I always go to the shopping center 9 out of 10 people use.
The genuine Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Pedro Guerrero, Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds. Only one pitcher can stop hitters like these.
I'm the new pitcher.
And this summer, he'll teach them
I dare you to run. What?
a whole new way to play the game.
Chicken?
I'm not a chicken, you're the chicken.
Rookie of the Year.
Gotcha.
Rated PG. Special sneak preview Friday. Check newspapers.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the American Express card. Don't leave home without it. AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else. There's the I plan. Phillies have made a couple of changes. Ruben Amaro in center field. Dykstra's out of the game, and Jeff Mano will be playing at third, and Hollins is out of the game. Ruben Amaro is hitting over 700 or over 500 on this trip. His on-base average is over 700.
There's Manto now playing third. This is an indication of how these last 2 games have gone in this series, that the Phillies have gone with the bomb squad in both games late. It's like a spring training game when you all of a sudden start substituting for your regulars. And when you do that, you hope you're way ahead in the game. In the Phillies' case, they've been way behind in both these games when Fergosi started bringing in extra players.
Rod Brewer leads it off, is officially 1 for 2 with a double. Merrill will get a chance. Makes the play. Brewer's out, 1 down. Tom Pagnozzi, the catcher, will bat. He's had a good game. 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 runs batted in. Hitting at .239. I guess Pagnozzi and Joe Torre are speaking to each other now. A couple days ago, they weren't. Mano. It's Pagnozzi.
I heard Torre on a pregame show today, and he said that he found those quotes when he saw them in the paper laughable when he knew what had happened with his catcher. He said a lot of it was taken out of context. A lot of it was tongue-in-cheek. And they have no problems. Joe says he's tough on his catchers because he was a catcher himself at one time, and it's an important position as far as he's concerned. But he said he has no problems with Tom Pagnozzi, nor does Pagnozzi have them with him.
Strike 1 on Tewksbury. He's 0 for 3. Looks like he's just going to walk up there and take 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
That won't bother Torre.
With a 14-1 lead. That's what he did. Bowser gets his second strikeout, and the Cardinals down in order. Harry Callis returns for play-by-play in the 7th. After 6 full, 14-1 St. Louis.
It was for immigrants and their children and their dreams. It was for families. For new beginnings. And today, there's still just one reason why we always do our best. It's for you. Mellon PSFS.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud. My mama told me you better shop around, shop around. You better shop around. My mama told me you better shop around, shop around. You better shop around,
I always go to the shopping center 9 out of 10 people use.
The genuine New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Stop dreaming and live the life of a Philly at Phillies Dream Week. 1 week in Clearwater Beach, Florida this January to laugh and play with Ennis, Taylor, Hebner, Wise, and many more. So call now 215-938-1200. Space is limited, 938-1200. Well, Harry Callis, since you left, the Phillies have outscored the Cardinals 1-0, but 14-1 St. Louis as we go to the 7th. Welcome back.
All right, and leading off for the Phils will be Mariano Duncan, who has flied to right and grounded out. Bob Tewksbury, not surprisingly, has walked none. He has struck out 3. He has had a ball 3 count on 2 hitters today. Grounded up the middle and off the glove of a diving Ozzie Smith. A base hit for Mariano Duncan.
See the kind of player Ozzie Smith is. In a 14-1 game with Tewksbury out there busting his tail, Ozzie Smith dives for the ball and tries to make a great play for him. You know, there aren't that many players are going to do this in this kind of ball game. You see him right here. Look at that. And he'll make that play a lot of times, jump up and throw a runner out.
Here's Mickey Morandini. He has grounded out and struck out, and he loops a foul out of play. No balls and a strike to Morandini. St. Louis got 5 in the first when they batted around. They got 7 in the third when they batted around plus 3. Larry Anderson walking out toward the bullpen area. Ground ball to first base. Gerald Perry will take the sure out.
Moving up to second is Mariano Duncan. That's out number 1. And it'll bring up Todd Pratt, who flied out to right his first time up. Pratt came in for Darren Dalton in the 4th inning. With the doubleheader tomorrow, Dalton taken out of this game, along with Lenny Dykstra and Dave Hollins. Ground ball in the hole. It's a base hit to left field. Duncan will hold at third. And the Phillies have runners at first and third with 1 out for Ruben Amaro.
Picking up some hits on Tewksbury in the last couple innings because I think it's probably tough for Tewksbury to bear down in this kind of game right now. You know, he's such a fine liner. He really has to concentrate on hitting spots. That's when he pitches well. And in this game right now, it looks like he's just kind of throwing the ball up there and trying to get it over with.
Ruben Amaro is batting at .571. All of his hits have come right-handed. He's 12 for 18 right-handed, 0 for 3 left-handed. Beats a foul back behind the plate. Ruben has had an excellent road trip.
All the left-handers the Phillies saw on this trip, he got to play a lot, batting right-handed, playing right field, and is one of the few guys on this trip that's really hit much.
Line drive to right field. Brewer makes the grab. Here comes Duncan. Brewer uncorks a throw way down the line. Duncan scores. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Ruben Amaro and an RBI, and it's now a 14-2 ball game.
Brewer hurt himself on that throw. He stayed down for a while, and now here comes Jordan over to check with him.
I'm a little surprised he even tried to heave that ball to the plate. He double clutched and then just rifled, and it was way up the third base line. Had no shot at all at Mariano Duncan. Here's Milt Thompson with 2 outs and a run across. Curveball over for a called strike. Thompson is nothing out of 3. Loops it down the left field foul line. It's out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Thompson has twice grounded back to the mound. Was robbed of a hit on a great play by Todd Zeile his last time up. One ball and 2 strikes. (14-2). St. Louis leading here in the 7th. Ground ball to shortstop Ozzie Smith. Wizard makes the unassisted force, and that will retire the side. Phillies got a run in the 7th on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Stretch time at Busch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cardinals well up on the Phillies, 14-2.
When you're tired of doing the same old thing,
I need a vacation.
Heck, if you want to visit someplace new, try the kitchen.
run away for excitement
Las Vegas!
and go for broke.
You know what they say, bad marriage, good luck.
But Al wants a piece of the action.
Kids, get a change of clothes and a baseball bat, because we're going to Vegas.
On the next Married with Children.
Tonight at 6:30 on PHL 17.
If you want the hottest looking new compact pickup, and you want the #1 selling compact pickup in America, then see your Quality Plus Ford dealer now during Ford Truck Month. Now a 93 Ranger is all new inside and out and is just $199 per month for 24 months. Ford Ranger Splash is now the sportiest new pickup in town. Hurry, Ford Truck Month ends soon. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
You better hit the ground running in a new Ford truck.
The metal cylinder is secured and turned in a counterclockwise motion, causing the internal railing to rise and disengage. It's easy to make something as simple as opening a jar complex. The challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile. We take cutting-edge technology and place it comfortably in your hands. Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. What are the most common causes of earaches in children? Middle ear infections. Young children are affected because they get more colds and their ear canals are shorter. If your infant or small child has ear pain from any cause, call your doctor.
Well, here's a game summary, and it's been all St. Louis Cardinals. 14 runs they score in the first 3 innings. Bernard Gilkey and Greg Jeffries 3 hits apiece. Brian Jordan with a grand slam, each 2 for 3 in the game. 5 runs batted in. And Bob Tewksbury scattered just a few hits, 7 in the game, I think it is, and 2 runs so far off him. And no surprise, Harry, no walks, and there are the totals on the ball game.
And the Phillies will bring in Kim Baptiste at shortstop to take the place of Mariano Duncan as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Bernard Gilkey will lead it off. Gilkey's 3 for 3. He's coming off a 4-hit night last night. He has 9 hits in this 4-game series thus far. 1 ball and no strikes. He's had 2 singles, a walk, and a double. 2-0. Tim Mauser is in his 4th inning. This is by far the longest that he has gone since joining the club from Scranton. There's another hit for Gilkey, his 2nd straight 4-hit game.
Gilkey, one of the hottest players on the Cardinals coming into this series, and he's just kept it going. Twice had to wait for lineups in this series to see whether or not he was going to be able to play because of a sore knee. But he has answered the bell for the whole series. I'm sure he's glad, and I'm sure his manager's glad he has.
Ozzie Smith. Ground ball, nice play, Morandini, and Smith remains hitless. The Cardinals have 15 hits, and Ozzie's wearing an 0 for 5 collar.
Yeah, he'd have probably had one there if there hadn't been a base runner. But Morandini has the Gilkey right in front of him, so he's able to get an out on the play. It would have been very tough to throw Ozzie Smith out on this ball.
Good play by Mickey. Brings up Gerald Perry. He grounded out in his only at bat. He came in for Greg Jeffries, who went 3 for 3 while he was in there.
So Torrey was on the bullpen phone, and looks like he's bringing Jose Oquendo down from the bullpen to come in and play somewhere. No telling.
Probably shortstop.
Yeah, get Ozzie out of there.
Yeah.
There's Oquendo, who is now an extra man on this ball club.
Perry committed, 1 ball and 1 strike. For a strike, 1 and 2 to Gerald Perry. Fork ball he tried to lay off and did. According to Eric Gregg, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Very stylish with his sunglasses today. Tim Mauser just stepped off. I mean, the Cardinals, they're not even holding the runner on at first, of course, because the Cardinals aren't going to run in this situation up by 12 runs. He just forgot.
Got him with a fork ball, struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Mauser, who has not given up a run in 3 2/3 innings of work here so far.
He's doing a great job this afternoon of just pitching some innings for the Phillies when they needed it after getting blown out early.
Here's Todd Zeile, who has doubled, singled, walked, and flied to right. One strike to Zeile. Just missing, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bills home tomorrow. Twilight doubleheader against San Diego. Don't forget, it'll start at 4:35. 5,000 tickets as of this morning were available for tomorrow's double bill, with the fireworks to follow. Another strikeout for Mauser, his 4th, and that'll be all for St. Louis in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. Cardinals lead 14-2.
Everyone who comes into our restaurants deserves to be treated with respect.
With dignity?
With fairness.
Everyone. I promise you a friendly greeting.
Good food, freshly made.
Served with a positive attitude.
At a reasonable price.
It's a matter of pride.
But if there's a delay, we'll tell you.
If there's a mix-up, we'll apologize.
And we'll make it right.
I want you to feel comfortable.
I want you to be satisfied.
And I want you to come back.
I am human.
I will make mistakes.
But please know they will never be intentional.
I promise.
I promise.
I promise.
All of us at Denny's want you to know that we care about your feelings, which is why all 46,000 of us have signed this pledge and reaffirm our commitment to you.
You are the reason we are in business.
You are important to us.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural. Proud to be your Bud. By Ford. Stop in today during Truck Month at your local Quality Plus Ford dealer and test drive the new Ford Explorer. And by Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people who make it mean something. John Kruk leads it off for the Phils 8th inning. Krucker's 2 for 3. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kruk. He'll be followed by Jeff Manto, and then scheduled to hit would be Tim Mauser. Called strike. Kruk thought it was outside. Mitch Williams is up in the Phillies bullpen. Kruk's guys a foul down the third base side. It'll go out of play.
With no way to know right now whether or not they're going to hit for Mauser and whether Williams would come in the game, because when it's 14-2 in the 8th inning, it's tough to figure out what you might do.
Mitch has not worked in a game in this series. Must work on Sunday at Pittsburgh.
Right. Phillies let that game get away on Sunday, and that one really hurt coming in here to play this hot Cardinal team. You see Mitch continuing to throw down there.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Kruk. Another foul out of play. Still 2-2.
He did pick up a save, did Williams, on this trip in the first game at Pittsburgh on Friday night. Just could be getting a little itchy down there and just wants to throw.
The game he lost at Pittsburgh. Line drive. Kruk's 3rd hit. Jordan over to cut it off. Will hold Kruk to a single. So the Krucker is 3 out of 4, and the batter will be Jeff Manto. In the game in which Mitch lost on Sunday at Pittsburgh, the only runs that he had given up in the month of June in that ball game, the only earned runs he had given up in the month of June. So he had been hot with 9 saves and 9 opportunities until Sunday, and then lost that game. Mano batting for the first time. Right there for a strike. Mano has been at bat 13 times, 1 hit since being called up. And Ricky Jordan has moved into the on-deck circle. So Mitch probably will pitch the bottom half of this inning. Manto at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, .245 hitter with 8 home runs and 40 RBIs. A lot of doubles, also 18. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pratt going to go down there and talk to Mitch Williams about what he's going to feature when he comes in, what his signs are.
Lofted in the air to shallow right field. Rod Brewer coming in. He makes the grab. That's 1 down. And it will bring on Ricky Jordan batting for Tim Mauser.
Show you how the Phillies are short right now. I mean, there's Todd Pratt, who's in the game down in the bullpen warming up the pitcher who's coming in, because Dalton's finished for the afternoon. Ruben Amaro's in the ball game. Batista's in the ball game, and Mike Ryan had to go back home for some personal reasons. So, I mean, when did you ever see that? The guy who's in the game warming up the pitcher who's coming in. I mean, it's a strange day, Harry.
Yes, it is. Here's Ricky Jordan hitting at .263. Hits the ball to deep center field, and this ball is off the base of the fence. Brock will hold out at third. Jordan at second with a pinch double. So the Phillies have runners at second and third with 1 down.
Ricky Jordan hits it towards Brian Jordan. Slider out over the plate. The ball's really carrying here in the daytime, much more than it carries at night, and it hit right at about a quarter of the way up the wall, came right back to Brian Jordan, who blocked it. Now they're going to get some bullpen activity. The Cardinals are.
For the first time this afternoon, Les Lancaster will get up. Here's Jim Eisenreich, who is lined out to left and twice grounded out. One ball and no strikes. Little tapper right back at the pitcher, and Tewksbury throws out Eisenreich. It's 2 down, and that'll bring on Kim Baptiste. Baptiste batting for the first time, coming on for Mariano Duncan. He's hitting at .288. Duncan went 1 for 3 while he was in there. Philly runners second and third with 2 outs. Curveball just missing. Tewksbury's only worked a ball 3 count to 2 hitters today. Jim Eisenreich and Mickey Morandini. There's a hit to right center field. That'll play 2. Crux scores. Jordan scores. It's now 14-4 St. Louis. Baptiste drives in a pair. Brings on Mickey Morandini.
Todd Pratt just, as you look at Coleman looking on, Todd Pratt just came running in the dugout.
So he's got a hit next.
He's got a hit next. This is like a pickup game.
1 strike to Morandini.
Well, this is when you played when you were a kid. Oh, I'll go warm him up. Oh, you got a hit. Come on in. Jeff Manto warms up a lot of pitchers, but he's playing now.
Loops it into shallow left. Gilkey there. Puts it away. That will retire the side. Phillies in the inning score 2 on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals lead the Phils 14-4.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like, if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. Of course, you're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
I'm planning to kill the president.
They share the world's most dangerous job, where anything can happen.
What are you afraid of?
Afraid of making a big mistake.
In the rush of the crowd.
This guy's gonna make a try. I've got to be there.
In the blink of an eye.
Do you really have the guts to take a bullet?
In the heat of the moment.
I think maybe you're too close to all this, Ray.
Clint Eastwood, John Malkovich, Rene Russo. In the line of fire. A Wolfgang Peterson film, rated R.
David Hepworth exported baseball jerseys exclusively to Mexico, but now the game and his jerseys are catching on in Russia. Fortunately, AT&T's favorite nation options save him money on the two countries he calls most automatically, like Mexico and Russia, or wherever baseball catches on next. Favorite nation options only from AT&T. Far and away the best in the business.
Tomorrow night, a twilight doubleheader against San Diego at 4:35 with a gigantic aerial fireworks show by Jerome right after the game. There are 5,000 tickets remaining for tomorrow night's game, or there were at least this morning. Saturday fireworks again after the single night game starting at 7:05. Big fireworks show, compliments of Mellon PSFS. And 4,000 tickets available for that game as of this morning. So if you want to see the great fireworks shows and the Phils and the Padres, better call the Phillies ticket office now at 463-1000. Mitch Williams is the new pitcher for the Phils. Wild Thing appearing in his 30th game. He's won 1, lost 3, 23 saves. 3.33 ERA. He's pitched 27 innings, struck out 27, walked 12. Ryan Jordan will be the first one to face him. Ricky Jordan stays in the game for the Phillies to play first base. And John Kruk is out of the game after going 3 for 4. Jose De Leon in the Phillies bullpen will pitch one of the games tomorrow night in the doubleheader. Terry Mulholland and Jose De Leon against Doug Brokaw and Andy Benes tomorrow night. 1 ball and no strikes to Jordan, who's had a big day. He is 2 for 3 with a grand slam home run. He's knocked in 5. One and 1. Les Lancaster still throwing in St. Louis's bullpen, so it would appear that Bob Tewksbury is finished for the day after pitching 8 innings. Two and 1.
But Tewksbury started to lose a little bit as the game went along, as his concentration kind of waned with the big lead. But he'll pick himself up an easy win this afternoon. 14-run lead he had at one point.
He lowers his already incredible walk rate, which was 0.55 per 9 going into this game. He goes 8 innings, no walks. Only a ball 3 count on 2 hitters. Jim Eisenreich. He actually was behind Eisenreich 3-1, incredibly. And a 3-2 count to Morandini. Ground ball third base. Manto throws across in time to get Jordan, and that's 1 down.
He gives up more hits per innings pitch, which is normal for him. But he wins. Good pitcher, Bob Tewksbury, who was just a regular guy a few years ago, and all of a sudden he came up with this pinpoint control and pretty good breaking stuff, good sinker, and now he's a big winner.
Yeah, with the Yankees and the Cubs, he was up and down between the major leagues and AAA. Found a home here in St. Louis. Third in the Cy Young balloting last year. And he was a 16-game winner and had the league's second best ERA. Alicea's 1 out of 4. It was a 2-run triple in the first inning.
Lee Smith's throwing down there right now. I think you'd warm Lee Smith up unless you'd use him.
I can't believe it. He'd come in this game.
Unless he just wants to throw a little bit on his own.
That evidently would be it, because he had pitched the last 2 games of the Cardinals road trip at New York, and then the first one here, getting saves in all of them.
Yeah, they were talking about how he needed some time off.
Check swing, bounding ball to Jordan. Alicea's out. It's 2 down, and we'll bring up Rod Brewer. Brewer's grounded out, doubled, walked, and flied out. Mitch Williams on for Tim Mauser. Mauser, a good job today. Pitched 4 innings when Jim Fregosi really needed somebody to give him some innings and spare the bullpen a little bit. He went 4 and gave up no runs. Mauser gave up just 2 hits, struck out 4, and didn't walk anybody. 1 strike to Brewer. Two strikes to Brewer.
This is not a fun at bat right now for Brewer. You can tell he is he's pulling off a lot, as left-handed hitters will do against Williams.
Brewer's out of there, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 9th inning. St. Louis leads the Phillies 14-4.
The Phillies try to feast on the East when they shuffle the cards Tuesday, July 27th and Wednesday, July 28th at 7:35. And Thursday, July 29th, 12:35 for a business person special. Then the Pirates walk the plank Friday, July 30th at 7:35. Saturday, July 31st at 7:05. And Nostalgia Day, Sunday, August 1st at 1:35 when everyone gets a free poster. Call 463-1000.
Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
After 8 innings of play, it's St. Louis 14 and the Phillies 4. Tonight at 7:30, they put their lives on the line every day. Don't miss Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, only on PHL 17. New pitcher is Les Lancaster coming on for Joe Torre. This will be his 36th game. He's won 3, lost none. No saves, 3.19 ERA. Pitched 42 in the 3rd innings, giving up 41 hits and 15 earned runs, 23 strikeouts, 15 walks. Todd Pratt is the first one to face him. Pratt is 1 for 2 since coming into the game, spelling Darren Dalton. Pratt will be followed by Ruben Amaro and then Milt Thompson. Foul back and out of play. Now balls and 1 strike to Todd Pratt. Another foul out of play, first base side. 0-2. Phil's back home after this game. Padres, Dodgers, and Giants will be coming in. Cardinals will go to Houston for a 4-game series and then return before the All-Star break. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jose Oquendo. He throws out Pratt. That's one down here in the ninth. They'll bring up Ruben Amaro. Amaro has hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run since entering the game. One ball and no strikes. St. Louis scored early and often. They lead it 14-4 here in the ninth inning.
So Todd Pratt sitting on the bench, a little out of breath. He's had quite a half a game since he's come in, as he's been playing, hitting, catching, and warming up pitchers in the bullpen. He wants to play more, and he got his wish today.
Ground ball to Jose Oquendo. Throws out Amaro. That's two down here in the ninth, and it will bring on Milt Thompson. Milt's nothing out of 4. Wide for a ball, 1-0. Pete Incaviglia's on deck. He would bat for pitcher Mitch Williams if Milt reaches base. Fouled out of play. There's the ink man. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well hit to deep right center field. This ball's out of here. Line drive home run by Milt Thompson, his second of the year. And it's now a 14-5 game.
Crowd's giving Milt Thompson a hand. Milt Thompson did a lot of good things here in St. Louis when he played for this ball club, and he's just a nice low-profile guy. An easy guy for fans to like, and they give him a big hand. I can't believe the way the ball's jumping in this ballpark to center today, though.
Yeah.
Different in the day than at night.
It really is. Brian Jordan hit a slam up there. Now Thompson ropes one out. Here's Incaviglia pinch hitting for the pitcher Williams. Incaviglia hitting at .277. Committed on a low pitch. As a pinch hitter, Incaviglia 3 for 8. Among the league leaders in runs batted in is Incaviglia with 53. Two quick strikes to Incaviglia. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the ninth inning. This with it low and away. 1-2. Foul back and just above us. Still 1-2. Incaviglia keeps the game alive with a pinch hit double. He's at second base with 2 outs for Jeff Manto. Manto fly to right in his only at bat. Well, he's had 12 hits, but it's too little too late. St. Louis got all 14 of their runs in the first 3 innings. Phillies have scored late, a run in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and 1 so far here in the 9th. ball and no strikes to Mano. Fouls it out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Incaviglia at second base with 2 outs here in the 9th. Another foul out of play. 1-2 to Jeff Manto. Struck him out. Ball gets through Pagnazzi. He throws to first, and that'll end the ball game. Phil's got a run in the 9th inning on the Milt Thompson homer. 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. St. Louis winning by a score of 14-5. Back with the totals and a recap in a moment.